3, 2, 1. Alright, we're live on YouTube. I am Dan Salem, and we are going live on Facebook. In 3, 2, 1. That's the noise you hear. Hey, Facebook Live. Hey, YouTube Live. Salem. BuzzChomp. Facebook Live. I just got tweeted at. BuzzChomp with 3 Z's on Twitter, and I'm retweeting it my own personal Twitter at the Dan Salem. Alright, excellent. We can have a fun chat here today. Things sort of more or less turned up. But yay, victory! Yay, victory! We are celebrating victory here on Tuesday as a New York Jets fan. We were a fun team to watch against the Baltimore Ravens at home. That was a rare feat this season, apparently. This is only the third game that was fun to watch. The first game of the season was fun to watch, even though it was a 1-point loss. Second game was fun because we blew out Buffalo. And this game was fun. Lots of things looked good. Defense looked good. Offense didn't make many mistakes. Had a great running game. Special teams, okay. We'll talk about that later. I am at the Dan Salem on Facebook Live, on my Twitter, BuzzChomp on YouTube, at BuzzChomp with 3 Z's on Twitter. Send me your questions, comments, reactions. How do you feel about our New York Jets? Okay, some positives outside of the obvious quarterback conundrum, which I will speak to in several moments. The defense looked really good on Sunday. They disrupted the Ravens. They disrupted Joe Flacco. Outside of 2 big plays where he exploited our weak secondary for 50-yard passes, they didn't go for touchdowns, which is a stark, extreme improvement, and then we held them to field goals. So we disrupted Flacco. We got to him, we got sacks, we got 2 interceptions, multiple turnovers in the game. We didn't give up a single touchdown on defense, and I think we held Baltimore to 2 yards rushing in total. This is an excellent up points this season. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say they've struggled. They haven't been in great offense, but they put up points. And they did not do so against the Jets. Just think 3 field goals in the entire game. They did score a touchdown on special teams. I'll get to that again, like I said, in a moment. But the defense, New York Jets, looked great. The secondary stepped it up. They played better. Darrelle Revis, they didn't sort of his side all day. And honestly, the other guys, Screen and whatnot, they picked it up. They did a good job. I was impressed. Like I said, they gave up 2 big pass plays, but they did not give up the touchdown on those plays. They locked it down in the red zone. They locked it down up front. The Jets were playing a lot of 3-4 defense with Muhammad Wilkerson out, and it really worked. Sheldon Richardson got to go down to his 3-point stance, and he was just disruptive in the middle, and it made a huge difference. I mean, Wilkerson comes back. I would like them to continue to play 3-4 and just do a rotation, because this worked. It worked really, really well, and I want to see them continue it, especially against a weak Cleveland Browns team. Okay. Disrupted Flacco. Only 2 big plays, neither for a touchdown, no touchdowns at all. We got multiple turnovers. 3-4 was great. No mistakes by the offense either. No turnovers by the offense. I believe that there was a fumble, which Baltimore recovered, which then they fumbled, which the Jets then recovered. So technically it wasn't a turnover, although the Jets offense did fumble once. But no mistakes on offense. The running game looked excellent. I've been preaching it for weeks, and they finally got the tight ends in there, went big, double tights, doubled up on the line with an extra lineman at times, and just add the extra blockers and pounded the football successfully. Bilal Powell was also running great, obviously, in the NFL. And this past Sunday was success for our New York Jets. So we ran the ball really well. We had 2 tight ends in there as blockers. That's really how we need to use it. When we do play action, we got really talented and speedy receivers. Oh my goodness. I was shocked by the speed of Anunwa. And then Jerome Peak looking good. Robbie Anderson looking real good. And then obviously Brandon Marshall is still excellent. Jalen Marshall, he had that blade run. It was just, whoa. Blew by the Baltimore defense. You don't normally see that against the Ravens. Of course, Baltimore gave that up to Odell Beckham the week prior. So this season, That's their weakness, and we took care of it. But the running game, excellent. Okay, I want to see this to continue. Keep the tight ends in there. Add the extra linemen on the line of scrimmage. We don't need so many freaking receivers in trips. That's just encouraging our quarterbacks to pass. And honestly, they are interception-prone quarterbacks. Geno Smith and Ryan Fitzpatrick, both interception-prone quarterbacks. Stop encouraging them to throw. Give them an opportunity to have a successful running game, do the play action, and then make the passes that count. That's exactly what Smith did. That's exactly what Fitzpatrick did. Okay. Going double tight, big on the line, really opened up the run game that worked. So now the elephant in the room. Geno Smith, I wrote about this today. I wrote about deja vu last week. Little did I know that I would be prophetic in the amount of deja vu that actually would take place. But Smith was the starter. He got injured. He tore his ACL. He is out for the season. And then Fitzpatrick came in. I mean, Geno looked good. I mean, he wasn't doing anything fancy, but we didn't need him to. I will say Fitzpatrick also looks good in relief. He needed to be knocked down a peg, though. He needed the smack in the face to light a fire up under his ass so that he could go back to basics, keep it simple, keep it small, and really work the field, work the offense, and just take what was given to him. And he did that. And he didn't make any mistakes, and he had a touchdown pass or two, and he ran the offense well, and he looked good, and he did a good job. And that fire continued, and he was a big I told you so to the coaches, which bad behavior, honestly, I love the fire. I don't like the attitude, but I will take the fire and the attitude over neither any day because he looked like a depressed sack of a man that couldn't play for shit. And then he got smacked in the face, benched, wake-up call, lit a fire under his ass, all angry with them over the offseason BS, which sidelined him. And he had no chemistry with the team because he wasn't in the offseason programs. They had paid him, but now here we are. He's only 2 weeks that he looked great in the preseason. He's got moxie. He's got confidence. And honestly, we're playing the Cleveland Browns. There is not another opponent in the entire league this season more ripe for the picking to give Petty a chance and our team not be hurt by it in the least, one way or the other. No matter how he plays, we aren't losing to Cleveland. Okay? He's not going to throw 10 interceptions. Fitzpatrick already did that. He set the bar way up here. He threw 9 in one game. That is unheard of. It's not going to happen a second time. Like, never. Not going to happen a second time. So, Petty, if you want to give him a shot and not hurt the season, this is the game. Now, maybe he gets a shot later. I do admire Fitzpatrick for his fire. And if he can keep that fire, the Jets are going to beat the Browns, okay? Then we're 3-5. And this AFC is a muddled mess of teams outside of the Patriots and kind of the Broncos. The Patriots are 6-1. We still get them twice. We are undefeated in our division. 4-3 Bills, 3-4 Dolphins. It's a muddled mess. We're 2-5. We're not far behind at all, and we have some easy teams on the docket. We got the Browns, we got the Rams, and we got the Dolphins, who sort of looked good up against Buffalo, but have not been a good team this season. They lost by 3 points to the same Ravens, who we pushed around. So, season's an open book right now. I'm a second chance guy. I'll give Fitzpatrick a second chance or a third chance, whatever. I mean, he's obviously the more seasoned quarterback. He knows the offense better than Petty. He's got the team behind him, obviously. But I don't know. My wife said it nicely. What if Bryce Petty's the next Tom Brady? You don't know until he comes in and plays. Tom Brady came in off injury. No one expected crap out of him, and then he stole the job from Bledsoe. Petty looks good in the preseason. He's looked good in this offense. Until he comes in, we don't know if he's Tom Brady or if he's Brady Quinn. Okay? One is a Hall of Famer. The other is out of the league. But until he plays, we don't. So he's got to get his opportunity. He's got to get his shot. Now, maybe it's not his chance, but honestly, Brady came in when they were still in the playoff hunt, and then he took them to the playoffs, and he took them to the World Championship. So, why can't Petty take over a winning team? Why has he got to take over a losing team? That's just, I mean, come on. Young blood. I don't like rewarding bad behavior. Fitzpatrick behaved badly. He trashed the team after coming in relief to a victory instead of praising the team victory. Now, maybe I missed his other comments and only am focusing on things he said negatively, probably, but if he can keep the fire, then I'm all for it. But if he has that sourpuss face again, I really want to see Petty on the field. Questions, comments. All right, I'll keep talking. A muffed punt deficit for our because of his speed. He from then on, man, he kicked the ball like hell. He boomed that crap. So, I mean, I'll forgive him forget as long as he keeps punting like that. Okay. Injuries, surprises. Everything looks peachy clean, huh? Geno Smith out again for the year with an injury. I really hope he gets another shot with a team. I probably expect him as a backup on another team next year. Or maybe he's starting for the Browns if they don't find their quarterback. Bears, perhaps, because I don't think Jay Cutler's sticking around either. But he has more to show people. His maturity is really what has been questioned, and then he holds the ball too long, which led to his ACL injury, and it's because of the sack that he took. But a while. But then he did come in and play pretty good. The defense week. I mean, we need him back. We want him back. But the 3-4 scheme really worked. So don't rush him back. Let him heal up. Let him take it in the off season. So let it take its time. I'm surprised by Fitzpatrick's attitude, but I like the chip on the shoulder. He wasn't playing with one all season. He was playing with a depressed, pouty face. He needs that chip. He needs to push him forward. Chip on the shoulder. Chip on the shoulder. Okay. And I was surprised. Oh, I can't read my own notes. The team really took a major uptick against a pretty decent Ravens squad. I mean, they're right in the thick of things in the AFC North. AFC North, I'm blanking. 3-4, I believe. They looked good at times. They've looked bad at times. The Jets just made them look average. I mean, we shut them down. They're ready, but we'll see. I have not seen the report yet out of practice. Back under center, Fitzpatrick loves to go to Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall is going to be a solid fantasy play. With Geno Smith there, he was looking more to the other receivers. Back live now. Geno Smith was looking more to the other receivers. I'd like to see Fitzpatrick do that, but he and Brandon Marshall have this great chemistry, so he's going to go to Brandon Marshall. And he's a good fantasy play. I don't trust the other Jets receivers as fantasy options just yet, even though Anunwa has been putting up the numbers. Maybe because it's the Browns, that's more of a solid play, but I'd be weary of him going forward. Obviously, Marshall's the choice if you have them both on your team. Okay. Going to accepted their to have a quarterback to speak of, and their defense is not stopping anybody. We're going to beat them, and we're going to beat them well. I'd like to see a shutout, but I mean, it's unlikely. I'm thinking like 28-7, maybe 28-10. Maybe it's all field goals again, 28-9. We're going to get a couple of 2-3 offensive scores, probably a defensive score, and we're going to hold them out of the end zone. Maybe they get in once. It's going to be a solid performance, another step up for our team, because it's the Cleveland Browns. Now, caveat. If for whatever reason the Jets look bad against the Browns, pull the cord on the season and put Petty or Hackenberg in at quarterback, and let's just work the rookies. Because playoff teams will destroy the Cleveland Browns. Hell, even bad teams have. If the Jets shit the bed, fuck, I'm throwing my hat in the garbage. Okay? Season's over. But after the way we played at home against a solid Ravens team, that is highly unlikely. Fitzpatrick's got a fire under his ass. The team is got confidence heading into Sunday's action. They have an opponent ripe for the taking, but they are not going to let up because they are 2-5 and they need wins. We need to end. We have an opportunity to be 500 or better. 500 or better? Is that real at our 3-5, 4-5, 5? Yeah, we have an opportunity to be a 500 team at our bye week. And considering how the season's gone thus far, I would be extremely happy with that. That means we win all these games, but they're all very winnable games. Cleveland, Dolphins, and then we get the Rams at home. That would be a great, great road to ride into the Patriots game Thanksgiving weekend. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that makes me happy, those propositions. So let's keep the momentum going, okay? There's no looking past opponents here. We're 2-5. We need every game. Every game matters. Every play matters. Every single down matters for this football team. There's no letting up. We've already let up enough this year, and we've sucked it up enough this year. We can play good now. Keep it going. No place for overlooking. Okay. I need Fitzpatrick to stay angry. If he's going to be the starting quarterback for him, it seems to have kept him mistake-free. He had to prove himself last season. Dude, you got to prove yourself again, or no one's going to hire you in the next year. And we're not going to make the playoffs, and you're going to look like a fool for holding out, and we're going to look great for making you look bad. Light that fire, play angry, keep it rolling. Rolling. I also like to see Eric him because no one else was. And they're good friends, and he deserved a little defending because, yeah, he was angry. I don't think Fitzpatrick felt really good about the way he was treated in the offseason with the contract situation, and I don't blame him. So, fair enough, Fitz. Fair enough. Okay. Questions before I take it around. Well, you've been an excellent audience. This has been a fun week talking New York Jets football. In our crosstown rivals, New York Giants, they won. They're 4-3. Yet I believe they are last in the NFC East at 4-3. What a weird division. Cowboys up top, Eagles and Redskins also with solid records. I don't think that the Giants are particularly good, but the Eagles have beat good teams. They beat the Vikings and they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cowboys look good, but considering all of these teams were kind of bad last year, some of them are definitely pretenders right now, and it hasn't separated itself. But the Giants, honestly, they are in position to win this thing. They could win their division, or they could finish last and have another lost season. I don't know. Ben McAdoo, new coach, doing pretty well so far. Just kind of starting and stopping as a team. It was really the defense that won things against the Rams for them last week. A lot of turnovers. I believe they had like 6 interceptions. Something freaking crazy. So, great. But their offense is kind of stalled. I don't know. They don't have any running game, and it's not made it easy for Eli Manning in the passing game. But they have a 4-3 record, which is pretty good so far. So, not so bad. Knicks kick thing off as the NBA season gets going today. They start today, tomorrow I have to check, but they start this week nonetheless. A lot of people throwing money on them in Vegas to win the NBA title. I picked them as a major sleeper. I like them in the playoffs. I like their chances, but they're not going to top the Cavaliers. Let's be real. The NBA is very predictable, and I like the Knicks. They're a good team, but Cleveland, barring injury, is far and away the best team in the East. Okay. That's up here as a Jets fan and Jets football. Victory! Okay. I'm Dan Salem. I've been talking Jets football here at the Dan Salem on Facebook, Facebook Live, and at BuzzChomp on YouTube. If you want to find BuzzChomp on Twitter, it's got 3 Z's in the word, BuzzChomp. I'm at the Dan Salem on Twitter. I'm talking Jets football every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Watching every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Dan Salem on my Facebook Live and on YouTube. Till next week. Thank you guys. You have been a great, great audiences.